This video will review how to add PlayPosit to a Moodle resource like a lesson or a page or a book when you don't care if it's going to go into the gradebook and you just want to be able to link to that video and have students log in or type in their first and last name in order for their completion and work to be tracked by PlayPosit alone, but never transfer that information back to Moodle. My steps as the instructor would be I would start in PlayPosit, and you can log into PlayPosit with your NC State account. I would create the bulb first. Once I have the bulb, I then have to make a class. So in this example, the class I created was called Moodle Lesson with PlayPosit Testing, and you would create that right here. So you would name it whatever your class is. So I'll just type English 101 as an example. You can make it have a color and then save that. Once I have that class, I can decide if I want to add all of the learners, like either bring them in from a spreadsheet or type them all in, or when I provide the link to my bulb, students will be added to it. But if a student from my class never clicks on that bulb, they'll never show up. So I kind of have to think about that when I'm deciding how I want to get learners in there. The easiest way is just to provide them with the link and not have to add in all the learners. So after my class has been created, then I'm going to go over to all my list of bulbs and choose the one that I want to add into that particular class. Click on the three-dot menu next to that bulb, and then I will choose Assign. I'll get all the classes that I have, including ones that were made through Moodle, but the ones that I created have this different feature. So there's the ones I created through Moodle that say, please assign bulb from Moodle. But if I just made one, like in the process I just showed in this video, then I will assign a due date for the bulb. And as soon as I do that, this link pops up. So now I can click on that link and get some different options. So one, this link itself is just ready to go, and I could copy it and then paste it somewhere in Moodle. Or if I click on advanced settings, I also get an option, for example, to show an embed code. This has now changed to be this really long code. And that's how I would make it so that the video actually plays within sort of the resource versus just a link to the resource. I can also do a couple of additional options here, like I can say don't require a login if I just want my students to type in any first or last name and I don't want them even to have to log in when they go to take the bulb. If I just want to have this link be something that I'm going to put into Moodle, I would copy it. Then I would go over to my Moodle place, wherever I am adding it, like in a page of content. I can highlight text. I can click on link. And then I can paste in that PlayPosit bulb link and decide if I want it to open in a new window for students or not. And then now when a student clicks on that link, they'll be taken to the PlayPosit bulb. And I would just save that from wherever it is. If I want to embed it instead, as an example, I would again click on editing the content, and I would select this HTML code button and then get to the end or wherever I want to create that embed. And this time from PlayPosit, I'm going to click the show embed code and I'm going to copy that crazy long code, come back to my Moodle page, paste in the code, and if I click again on this little embed code button, then I will see it right here. So let's take a look at what that does look like as a student. So now as a student, here I see the Moodle lesson, and I'm going to click on this PlayPosit embed button just to go to that example. And the video should show up here. If a student may get a login account here, it may already know if they've been doing some other stuff in Moodle. And if they log in with their NC State Gmail account, there will be a link that just says log in that way. So now if I click play, the PlayPosit bulb starts directly right here. And my progress is being saved, just not saved and talking to Moodle, only saved by an instructor going back into PlayPosit and looking at the results of this bulb. So then as a student, maybe, and again, in a lesson, I can jump around, but to show that PlayPosit link example, this is the way it would do if it wasn't embedded. Now, if I click on PlayPosit video, I had it open in a new tab. So it's going to take students there. They may have to, again, log in if it doesn't, the browser doesn't know who they are, but then they would click play and start taking that bulb. So essentially, you go to PlayPosit first, you create a class, you make sure you have a bulb, then you go to bulbs and you use the assign to get to all those options and be able to copy the link or be able to copy and paste in the embed code into whatever it is that you're going to do in Moodle. When you're ready to check on how students did in the bulb, instead of going to anything in Moodle, you'll log back into PlayPosit and go to that class that you created. And you have a couple of options. There's a gradebook option where you can see all the students who logged in, or if they typed their name, you'd see them all typed here. You'd see a completion score. Or for the individual bulb, if you go to monitor, then you'll see individual questions and the results for those questions. You can click on them to get additional data. So that's where you would see the monitoring. Again, this will not affect anything in Moodle in terms of the gradebook or in terms of any kind of completion status.